In this video, we're going to use the regression forecasting tool we have on the Stockcalc website. I'm going to use Alcoa, symbol AA. I'll select it from the drop-down menu and click Generate Forecast. What you see is the historic data for the last 5 years and the projected data on a go-forward basis. And just a note of caution with this tool, since we do not have any analyst data and we're not using any growth data, this is simply a tool to allow you to populate the income statement on a go-forward basis as a means of getting started. The way this tool works is the initial calculation it tries to do is a percent of net income. The reason I picked Alcoa is that the weighted average net income over the last 5 years has actually been negative, which means that the revenue calculations would not work in this case because we take the diluted earnings per share times the diluted average number of shares to generate a net income, divided by the net income in this case, which is negative, which would actually generate a negative value for the total revenue. The two other forecasting tools that are available in this regression tool are revenue versus earnings per share. So in this case, we look at the historic revenue compared to the diluted earnings per share, run a linear regression on that, then use the analyst data that we have on an earnings per share basis to calculate what we project the total revenue to be. Again, with the cautionary note, this is a way to get started with a forecast. The third tool that's available here is revenue versus year, where simply we're regressing total revenue versus year to try and come up with a projection. This is essentially a way to model growth over time for the company. Works very well if the growth has been linear, but not very well at all if the growth is not linear. Again, we see 24 to 25 billion, so the numbers give us a decent starting position to work with. If we want to look at any of these on a percentage basis, we can certainly do that. And we can save the forecast once we're comfortable with it. If we want to edit the name of it, we simply click on Edit Script Name to rename it something that we can recognize. So again, the regression tool is available as a starting point to allow you to generate a forecast on a go-forward basis where you do not have any analyst projection data. About half of the companies in the database do not have any analyst projections, and in order to generate a forecast we need a tool like this or the growth tool to allow us to do those projections.